Now I will give a result, students, about number theory. We have already discussed about representation of the number in decimal form. Of rational numbers we are talking about in decimal form, whether it terminates or whether it doesn't terminate. So if p by q is a rational number means of the form p by q not equal to 0. And if we can express q as 2 to the power some integer, say m, into 5 to the power n, so we can express q in terms of power of 2 and power of 5, then we can certainly say that the decimal expansion terminates. Then I can say decimal expansion terminates. This means that decimal expansion terminates. Otherwise, it is recurring. So it is not terminating, it is a recurring decimal expansion. So for a rational number of the form p by q not equal to 0, if you are able to express q as in terms of products of powers of 2 and 5, then the decimal expansion of that rational number terminates. Otherwise, it is non-terminating. It is non-terminating recurring form. Non-terminating and recurring form. This is a standard result which we will apply to solve problems. So next problem is without actually performing the division, the long division, division means long division, without actually performing the division, state whether the following natural numbers, the following rational numbers, will have a terminating decimal expansion, will have a terminating decimal expansion. Or we'll give together non-terminating repeating, non-terminating non-terminating, repeating. Decimal expansion. Decimal expansion. The first one, what is first one? 17 divided by 3125. All direct answers. So this state. First one second one 31 by 243. Second one 31 by 243. Third one 13 by 8. Simpler one. 13 by 8. So like this. Okay. Simple three problems I have given. Considered here. Now, if we take this as P by Q form, answer for the first one. 3125 can be written as 5 to the power 5. 5 into 5, 25, 25 into 5, 125 into 5, 625 into 5, 3125. So, 3125 is 5 to the power 5. So it is on the form what? So therefore 3125 is on the form 5 to the power 5 into 1. 1 can be written as 2 to the power 0. So we are able to write in the form 5 to the power m into 2 to the power n. We are able to write in the form 5 to the power m into 2 to the power n. That means what? It is a terminating decimal expansion. Therefore 17 by 3125 is a terminating decimal expansion. Terminating decimal expansion. So what you have to do here, find out whether we can represent the denominator, the P by Q form, the denominator in the form 2 to the power m into 5 to the power n. I mean multiple powers of 5 into powers of 2. That's all. Powers of 5 into powers of 2. That means it is terminating decimal expansion. Second one, direct 31 by 243. Second one answer. Now consider denominator 243. Now 243 equal to, see, 3 square is 9, 3 cube is 27, 3 to the power of 4 is 81, 3 to the power of 5 is 243. So it is nothing but 3 to the power 5. So what can you say about this number, this rational number? It is non-terminating, repeating decimal expansion. Why? It is not in the form of product of 2 to the power something into 5 to the power something. See, when it is terminating when you are able to write as product of powers of 2 into powers of 5. Product of powers of 2 into powers of 5. But here we are having 3 to the power of 5. So it is not expressed in terms of 2 and 5. Not expressed in terms of powers of 2 and 5. Therefore it is non-terminating. Okay. So it is not of the form. It is not of the form. m into 5 to the power n. So it is not in this form. Therefore, the number 31 by 243 is non-terminating repeating. Is non-terminating repeating decimal expansion. Repeating decimal expansion. So just find out whether you are able to represent in terms of powers of 2 into powers of 5. We are interested only in the denominator. Numerator can be anything, any integer, but denominator, whether we will be able to express in terms of powers of 5 and powers of 2. That's all. If it is possible to into form 2 to the power m into 5 to the power n, then it is terminating, otherwise non-terminating. Third one, similar type, we just check whether you will be able to. What is 8? 8 is simple. 2 to the power 3. So you can write 8 as 2 to the power 3 into y to the power 0. See, third one is simple. Third one, 13 by 8. No, 8 now 8 is 2 to the power 3 into 5 to the power 0. So it is, therefore it is terminating decimal expansion. This is terminating decimal expansion. Over 8 2 to the power 3, 2 cube, 2 into 2 into 2 into 5 to the power 0. 5 to the power 0 is 1. So you can write in this form. Next is irrational numbers. Next topic is irrational. Irrational numbers. So you have seen rational numbers. Rational numbers means what? Rational numbers means we can express them in the form p by q, where p and q are integers, q not equal to 0. So irrational numbers are numbers which cannot be expressed in the form p by q. So it is not possible to express in the form p by q. Or simply say, numbers which are not rationals, real numbers which are not rationals, are irrational numbers. Numbers which are not rational are irrational numbers. That means we can't express in the form p by q. If you are able to express in the form p by q, where q is not equal to 0, of course p and q are integers, then it is a rational number. Rational numbers are denoted by q. Irrational numbers sometimes denoted by q dash or t also. Irrational numbers. So this is not possible. It is not a rational number. So irrational number. Easy to remember. What are the examples? Some examples are root 2, root 3, root 5, and so on. There are many. Okay, root 2 plus 5. So if you add rational number, 5 is a rational number, root 2 is irrational number. If you add them, the result is also irrational. Multiply by rational to irrational, again it is irrational. So this is root 2, root 3, root 2 plus 5, all are irrational numbers. Okay. So numbers which cannot be expressed in the form p by q are irrational numbers. Next one is we will prove that root 2 is irrational. We will prove that root 2 is irrational. root 2 is irrational, root 3 is irrational. Okay, root 2, root 3, root 5 all are irrational. So let us prove that. Result, root 2 is irrational. So let us give it as a problem. Prove that root 2 is irrational. Root 2 is irrational. Okay. So how to prove? We will reverse the case. We will say that it is rational. We assume that it is rational. We say that it is rational, and later on we contradict it. First we say that it is rational, then we say that it is irrational by contradicting the first statement. Okay, I will give an example how contradiction works. Say to pass in an exam, so you assume that you have to pass general case, you have to pass all the subjects. To prove somebody has failed, okay, what we will do is, if we assume that he has passed, but still we are able to find out that that person has failed in one subject, so that is a contradiction to what we assumed as passed. So we have assumed as passed, but we got a contradiction because he has failed in one subject. So that pass is a contradictory. That statement is contradictory. That means we have proved him as he or she has failed. So that is contradiction. So how to prove root 2 is irrational? We assume that it is rational. Then we prove that it is irrational by proving that our first statement, root 2 is rational, is wrong. If it is rational, then you should be able to get it. If it is not, it will contradict it. So let us prove it. It's a simple one. Proof. Let root 2 is rational. Let us assume that root 2 is rational. It is a rational number. Root 2 is a rational number. Then root 2 can be represented as P by Q form, where P and Q are co-primes. P and Q are co-primes. What is the meaning of co-primes? That means they don't have a common factor except 1. Okay, the highest common factor GCD is 1. They don't have co-primes means, that means they don't have a common factor other than 1, or HCF or GCD is 1. HCF or GCD is 1. That means co-primes. 2 and 3 are co-primes, for example. 3 and 5 are co-primes. Okay, what about 6 and 4? 6 and 4 are not co-primes. Why? They have a common factor, that is 2. HCF or GCD is 2. So your assumption is root 2 is rational. That means root 2 is P by Q, where P and Q are co-primes. Now squaring both sides. Squaring both sides, what you get? 2 equal to P square by Q square. P by Q whole square. P by Q whole square equal to P square by Q square. That means what? 2 equal to P square by Q square implies, so this implies P square equal to 2Q square, P square equal to 2Q square. So 2 into something, P square equal to 2 into something. That means what? It is an even number. Because P and Q are all integers. 2 into odd number is even. 2 into even number is even. See, 2 into 3 is 6, even. 2 into 4 is also even 4 is 8. So whether you multiply for a even number or odd number, 2 into is always even. We will give the result as even. So this I can say p square equal to 2q square means p square is even, implies p square even implies p is even, implies p is even. For example, 3 is odd, 3 square is what? Odd. 4 is even, 4 square 16, even again. So if p square is even, p is even, p square 16 is even, 4 is even, 49 is odd, 7 is also odd, 7 square is 49. So if p square is even, I can say p is even. So let me write, that is p equal to some 2 into k, where k is an integer, where k is integer, k an integer. Okay. Now I will substitute here 2q square equal to p square. So I will call this as 1. P square equal to q square. So I will get, substituting in 1, what I will get? P square. So p square, okay, 2q square equal to p square means 4k, 2k whole square, 2k whole square, 4k square. So what I will get? Cancel here. Q square equal to implies q square equal to 2 and 2 cancels. 2 into 2 4. So 2 and 2 can be cancelled. So 2 here we get. Q square equal to 2k square. Q square equal to 2k square. That means what? 2 into something again. So it is even. Implies q square is even. Implies q is even. P is even, q is even. What is the meaning? Even means it is what? Multiple of 2. Even means multiple of 2. So there is a common factor which is 2. So that means therefore P and Q have a common factor 2. Common factor 2. That means what? They are not co-primes. That is, they are not co-primes. Not co-primes. Which is a contradiction to our assumption. I assume that they are co-primes, which is a contradiction. Which is a contradiction. It contradicts our original statement. Which is a contradiction. That means what? Therefore, P by Q is not rational. It is irrational. So, yeah, root 2 is irrational. We are assumed as in the form P by Q, but it is a contradiction we are getting. So root 2 is irrational. So the proof is like this. Assume that it is a rational number. So root 2 can be expressed in the form P by Q, where P and Q are co-primes. So HCF is 1, common factor is 1. So if you square it, you get 2 equal to P by Q whole square or P square by Q square. Simplification, P square equal to 2 into P square, or that means P square is even, implies P is even. Okay. P even means I can take P equal to 2K, where K is of course an integer. So substituting here in equation 1, I have called it as 1. So what we get? 2Q square equal to P square equal to 2K whole square equal to 4K square. Now 2 and 2 cancels. We get again q square equal to 2k square. That is q square is even. Implies q is even. That means p and q have common factors, or they are not co-primes. They are not co-primes. That means our assumption that root 2 equal to p by q, that is rational, is wrong. Or can say that root 2 is irrational. Same thing, you can complete yourself. Proof about root 3 is irrational. Same logic. Or root 5 irrational. Logic is same. That is right in the form. The next one, simplify and get a common factor. Get a common factor. Let's stop here. We'll discuss more problems of this type in the next class.